Hey guys, what is going on? This is Zip of RageQuitTV. Gonna be casting a game between WhiteRa and Liquid TLO. This is one of the many games between WhiteRa and Liquid TLO. It is a part of a BO5, but this is the first game, and it was also the largest game according to file size, so I think I'm only going to be casting this one because WhiteRa and TLO have actually played like 5 BO5s, and they're releasing like more and more replays every single day, so I can't possibly cast every single game. So, well, we're just going to be casting the best of the best games between WhiteRa and TLO. WhiteRa spawns as the red Protoss in the top right position of Tal'Darim altar, while TLO spawns as the blue Zerg in the bottom left position. I'd like to apologize. I know I said the largest replay. Well, long games don't equate to good games, but more than not, the long games are going to be the better games. I'm not really interested in seeing, like, Liquid TLO go for an 8-pool and just win, which I have seen plenty of times in the past in these BO5s, players just trying whatever they can to find holes in their opponents. WhiteRa has been loving the Forge Fast Expand like 91. Got a Forge Fast Expand or die trying. We'll see him throw down that Forge around 13 or 14 supply. He may even go Nexus first because it is Tal'Darim altar. But TLO sends a drone scout out so we can see if it's a Forge Fast Expand and maybe just try to completely counter it with any type of Roach Bust. I think on Tal'Darim altar you will want to do like a Speedling Baneling Bust just because of the fact, well, they are going to have the weak point. It is a pylon, and it comes a little bit earlier than Roaches. Since they spawn complete cross positions, it's going to be so long for the Roaches to walk across the map that they can possibly get Void Rays out and just screw you over. So I'd really like to see if a Ling Baneling Bust, if he is going to try to go all in and break the Forge Fast Expand on Tal'Darim altar, especially on cross positions. The drone comes in, sees the Forge, notices there's no Nexus there, and he is going to be hanging out right now and just blocking the Nexus, forcing a gateway or maybe a cannon up before the Nexus, or maybe pull 2 probes and try to take out that drone. And the Overlord still making his way over. The drone has made its way. The probe goes before 400 minerals, so he's not really wasting anything right now. And looks like the drone decides he cannot win that battle, runs away, which will allow WhiteRa to throw down his Nexus, but it is still getting delayed. He is at 500 minerals right now. This is about a 30-second delay, and there we go! And he had enough to throw down a gateway as well, so he's going to throw that down immediately after the Nexus. WhiteRa making a small mistake, and while I missed that, there was a pylon that went down. But TLO, let's see, 62. He did go for a hatch first, and WhiteRa canceling that pylon. I hope so. Let's go to this loss tab. No, he did not cancel that pylon, so he actually lost a pylon this early in the game. That is absolutely horrible, so he is going to try to even it up by taking out a drone, but I don't see this working. WhiteRa trying desperately to take that drone out, but there we go. The surround does come and picks that off. There are 2 Lings now out for Liquid TLO as well. We do have 1 drone still alive, picking away on this 1 pylon, but that won't be going down. The probe comes to throw down a cannon and then go retaliate against this 1 drone. The gateway has finished. He is getting zealot. The drone does block that cybernetic score just for a second. And now the drone just going to be going back home because he knows there's a zealot out, and that zealot can kill him. There are going to be 2 Lings trying to get in there, but the zealot going to be maybe not walling off immediately. And those probes trying to come to block those Lings. Only 1 Ling does get through. Very nice call by WhiteRa pulling those probes. And 1 Ling cannot do anything, so, well, it can scout, and this is very good information. He can see that there is double gas. He can click on these gases and kind of see, okay, you have mined about 130 gas. And he'll know that he has gas left over after this Warp Gate research has started, so maybe this could signify that Stargate play is possible. So he wants to keep this 1 Ling up as long as possible so he can scout any Stargate if it does come down, but he is going to just try to pick off probes while he goes. And is he going to try that little tactic again? Where is that injured probe? Oh, right there. But he's going to be regenning shield, so that 1 Ling not doing anything. We do have TLO taking out these destructible rocks while this 1 Ling again still just runs around the base. Going into TLO's base, he doesn't have any gas just yet, but he is doing a very good job at vomiting and keeping all those creep injects up. And as I start talking about it, TLO, are you going to do it? You just built units. There we go. And now this one queen is going to venture off. He does have 3 queens out, so he is getting that creep spread. And I think this one stalker, yes, it finally killed the 1 Ling. So we have WhiteRa moving out with 1 Zealot, 1 stalker. He is around 100 gas, building a sentry. We'll see what he gets after that. Getting 3 more gateways, so he will be up to 4 gates. I'm guessing he is going to be throwing down a robo facility after those all 4 gateways are up. And then he's going to do a little bit of warp prism harassment. That's just how WhiteRa likes playing TLO. Throwing down a macro hatch. I love this play. And spreading the creep, which not many people do against Protoss, just because observers are always going to be out. Terran, well, they don't always get Ravens, so you force them to use scans. And I hope that TLO connects these bases as soon as possible, because that will be the most critical piece. The 1 queen getting a shot off from the Stalker. Now the Lings come in, actually surrounded, it looks like, so the Stalker won't be getting out. There's no speed by TLO, so that was definitely crucial. That 1 Stalker is faster than the Lings before speed, so that could have done a lot of damage. And now TLO doing some micro to take out that 1 Zealot. You can see 2 Lings are injured. That's because the Zealot had 2 pokes, and now TLO has just started his Ling speed, getting 2 Evo chambers, getting his 4th hatchery, aka his 3rd base. And now TLO gonna be putting on the pressure. WhiteRa looking like he wants to take his 3rd base relatively soon, but he's not gonna be able to with all these Lings. Keep in mind, they aren't speed Lings, but there's nothing blocking this hole off yet. TLO may just run into WhiteRa's base, but he's not even gonna try. Instead, he could get a sentry, possibly, maybe even 2 if he's having a real good day, but WhiteRa with some nice micro. And I think TLO made a big mistake by not just running right into the space. There we go, the robo facility comes out after all, I guess that's 5 gates actually, not 4, but he is getting that robo facility with a quick robo bay. And that may just be for warp prism speed. I have said Colossus many times with WhiteRa seeing that robo bay, and he has just went warp prism speed, so we will see 1 probe does make its way out past those Lings, and that will be able to throw down a forward pylon and also get some scouting information done. And ooh, another probe did make it out a little bit earlier, also gets a forward pylon, actually 2 forward pylons it looks like, so 2 forward pylons out. This 1 probe gonna try to hide in the corner, but looks like TLO has spotted it, and that will be going down. He is going for a ventral sax and a roach one right now, building 9 more drones. The worker count is up to 65 versus 57, and looking like WhiteRa wants to put a little bit of pressure on, but turns around mid-go, and I don't think TLO saw that, so, well, he's not building any extra units. But WhiteRa now getting his Colossus out, so this Robo Bay was indeed for Colossus. And now Zealot's coming in. Doesn't look like TLO really lost any drones, but he has to be careful about this 1 hatch. The drone's going to be pulled off to add some damage and trying to go in, and they do go in, block 1 Zealot off. And now swap again, and that just changes the priority on all of the attacks. So, well, less drones die. As you see, a lot have been injured. Now the Ling's going to come and clean those Zealots up. Going to Wooker kill count. 10 drones have died. More Zealots get whooped in, but now we do have the roaches out, and those will easily deal with those Zealots. TLO, even though he lost the 10 workers, is still ahead by about, I guess that would be 6 workers. And 1 Zealot turns around, a few Zealots turn around to attack these roaches. That is not going to do anything, and 2 of them go down immediately. We do have something walked in here. I guess, well, I thought something did. Maybe something didn't. And the Colossus now shows his face as he does kill Overlords, but TLO has the Overlord speed, so he can easily get out of the way. And no drops going on just yet, but TLO just playing this Roach-centric play. He is at 1-1 upgrades, while WhiteRa is at 1-1 as well. Going back to this production, we do see the Spire now in production with getting +1 melee attack, +2 carapace. We do have WhiteRa just going for +2 ground weapons, and we also have a Hive coming out from TLO at the 12-minute and 30-second mark, and that actually, like, the 12-minute mark this got started. That is ridiculously early, maybe even 11:50, and we do have a few roaches going down here that either is a missed rally or he was planning on doing a drop, as he has a lot of overlords there, but that does get spotted. Now more roaches going to go in this way, just trying to be everywhere at once, but WhiteRa also has his forces split up, so he will not be losing to any type of pincer attacks or just false attacks. A few roaches here acting like they are the army, and then going in the back would do devastating damage, but WhiteRa a little bit too good for that. We do have 2 one Robo Bay up, and this Robo Facility. Actually got those two mixed up, but he is just getting Colossus, and now the Colossus range just now finishing. He's going to be poking out with just a few units. Now TLO wants to go in. He's like, okay, you attack me, let's go into this base. But WhiteRa actually has his forces down here. They do have Blink, so they could blink back up, but now a bunch of Lings and Roaches going into this one middle line. The Probes forced to pull back, more units whooping in. WhiteRa pulling back with this one Colossus is going to get picked off. He was just killing Lings, and that is a bad day for that Colossus. Now we do have a lot of Roaches and a few Lings coming in here, picking off a Gateway, or maybe that's just a pylon. Now the Gateway's going down. This one Stalker does fall. The Roach is going to go and try to pick off this Colossus, but that's not going to happen. TLO looks like he wants to get away. I don't think any Gateways did fall in that, but a pylon did, and now he's killing a few Stalkers that are whooping in before he gets into these Overlords, and maybe he's just going to give up those Lings. And that Stalker does go down, and the Overlords do make it out, but TLO, again, just trying to be everywhere at once. And now this Colossus may actually go down. He is force chucking that down. The Colossus does just back away those force fields, saving that Colossus' life, and a few Lings were left in those Overlords. Looks like they are going to the third base. And a few, I mean a Ling and a Roach. There are two cannons there. One Overlord goes down that was holding that Ling, and the other one does escape. And TLO looking like he slacked a little bit on his injects. Actually has 3 Evo chambers, but he's doing fairly good. None of his queens are above 100 energy, and that was actually this one is. But still, TLO, I think, did very well with his injects during that battle. Is also getting another base up, so he will be on 4 base, 5 hatch versus the 3 base WhiteRa. WhiteRa going to completely wall this area off with just more Gateways. And more Gateways over here. And again, you got these Gateways, so he's got quite a few Gateways. We have a few cannons of Darkshine and a Stargate up in the back of WhiteRa's main. And the Darkshine could do a lot of damage. We don't have any Overseers out on the map, but we do have Broodlords morphing in. And 2 Darkshines. What? There's one. One just finished. There, yeah, he's actually building 2 Darkshines. So he, at one point, he's like, you know what? DTs would be awesome. And then he was like, where are my DTs? I forgot to build it. Okay. DTs would still be awesome. Builds another Darkshine to get them out doubly quick. But, well, it's not going to work because even though you have 2 Darkshines, they still have the same build time or the same cooldown since you're warping them in. Overlord comes here just poking. He's like, okay, you don't have this base yet. I am going to start spreading my creep down here. And does he know about this base just yet? Yes, he does, as this one Overlord is just watching it. And WhiteRa knows about TLO's 4th base. So both players know about everyone's base, and WhiteRa going to be throwing down a pylon on this high ground to whoop in a few DTs to snipe this one hatch. But TLO just getting spine callers, no spore callers. 3 DTs will be able to clean that out, and a Void Ray does come out. And now all the Overlords are forced to retreat. WhiteRa looking like he is going to try to go for that death ball composition. And a lot of Lings out from TLO just be marching across the map. The Colossus just sit by and watch as they all run. That could be bad, but no, they turn around and attack that Colossus. That is not what they wanted to do one bit. This pylon down just about finished. We do have 2 Zealots just sitting and watching this one base. The Observer again sitting there. And Infestors don't have Neuroparasite, but there are plenty of Broodlords. This one pylon is done. The spine caller still just going up. No spore callers. We do have a mothership now coming out. Funk Growth goes up a few stalkers, and now the rest of them. And it looks like TLO maybe will take this force out. Those stalkers falling. Now he's microing one of those Broodlords away. Doesn't have any queens for transfuse, but has more Broodlords warping in. That force does go down. We got to keep in mind this pylon can whoop in some DTs to take out that one hatch. So it may be an even trade. Even though WhiteRa loses on me, he may take out one of the big mining bases of TLO. And TLO doesn't really have any anti-air, so these Broodlords will only be able to do a limited amount of damage. His Infestors are anti-air, but they are completely out of energy. Now they threw down 3 Infested Tannins. This one pylon still not doing anything. I just keep my eye on production tab, but you know what? Those DTs come so quick, I will easily miss that. Stalkers coming in, but TLO does more micro. One of the Broodlords do fall, but he still has plenty to take out those Stalkers. However, he needs more Corrupt to deal with these Void Rays. The Void Ray and Corrupt actually kill each other. And the Broodlords again with their micro just falling back, not clumping up. Few infested cannons coming out, and it looks like more stalkers will be falling. TLO doesn't have any upgrades on his air, while the stalkers are at 3-2. But these Brulers just doing so much damage. You just gotta keep in mind, now the mothership comes out, there's no detection, and everything is forced to pull back. TLO 135 supply, WhiteRa at 125. And it looks like TLO says, screw it, let's kill the mothership! And almost gets it. A few stalkers do blink, and the mothership does go down. But these stalkers, I don't know what they are doing. TLO, oddly enough, does not have burrow. And more stalkers are falling. That one pylon still not doing anything. I'm waiting for this battle to finish so we can see that base get sniped to the ground. A lot of corruptors do come out, but there's not enough Brulers to deal with that stalker count. And now the stalker's going to be picked off. These corruptors, this one infestor, still just chilling out. But the infestor, Colossus do pick that off. And now TLO just needs, I think, to mass Lings. He has killed all the Colossus. WhiteRa doesn't have much of a force left. He's got 3 DTs now down. Oh, those are just Zealots not using DTs in the base. Where are the DTs going to be going? I have no clue where the DTs are. Moving in 3 DTs right here. And now the DTs do start working their magic at this one base. That is definitely going to go down. I don't know why he's taking out the Spine Callers. If he just goes for the hatch, he could have taken out. Where's this detection coming from? Oh, there's an Overseer right there. Duh. But now we do have TLO, WhiteRa moving out to kill some more things. TLO doesn't have any money. He's at 118 supply, while WhiteRa is at 110 supply. 10 Lings, 20 Roaches, 8 Corruptors versus the 6 Stalkers, 2 Void Rays, and 1 Warp Prism. And I think WhiteRa does have the upgrade advantage. 1-3 for the Roaches, 3-2 for the Stalkers. And those DTs now going to clean up that one hatch. And TLO will no longer be mining. Oh, man. And Roach is going to be picking off all these Stalkers, but you got to keep in mind those 2 DTs do come. The Overseer is here. The Stalkers do blink to the high ground, but cannot snipe that one Overseer. But WhiteRa is going to be mining a lot more than TLO because he's got this extra base right here going to be coming up. He's also got this one that has no mining. He does have quite a few cannons blocking that. WhiteRa also banking more gas, more of an even spread, 500 minerals, 500 gas versus the 100 minerals, 1k gas of TLO. And now he's getting another Warp Prism. Colossus is being built, and I think WhiteRa should just go for Immortals and not Colossus. He knows his opponent only building Roaches. He has sniped the last mining base, really. I mean, I guess this one's mining not for much longer. And this natural, again, 30 minerals, 10 minerals, 545. I don't know what happened to that one patch. And now the Roach is going to be coming in, and WhiteRa could be in trouble. The army supply going heavily to TLO, 116 to the 42 of WhiteRa. So WhiteRa needs to hold on, but will he be able to hold on? I don't know. TLO doing a lot of damage now. I don't know how WhiteRa is not getting the force to deal with this. He has so much stocked up, warping in more units. Again, he just doesn't have the warp gates or the number of warp gates to do this. Roach is going down now. Cannons come in. Few sentries getting some force fields off. More Stalkers just blinking back. He needs to get another production out of warp-ins. There he goes. And that mothership, I think it's out, but I don't know where it is. And he should just kill this one Overseer and then kill the Roaches with his DTs. But it looks like the Stalkers have enough to clean house. And TLO, he's going to keep on going for this corner. Stalkers are in a corner, but the Stalkers have proven to be very cost effective. This army supply now 74 to 38. And now more units coming in from back there. We have Immortals now coming out to deal with this mass Roach. Void Ray comes down. There goes the GG by TLO. That means WhiteRa does take that game. Very good game. Very entertaining. If you want to watch more WhiteRa vs. TLO, subscribe to me. I'm going to be trying to do WhiteRa vs. TLO all week long. So, more WhiteRa vs. TLO. I was missing one DT at that base, taking out that one hive. Very nice play from WhiteRa. And, yeah, that'll conclude this game. WhiteRa beating TLO in a 27-minute game. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care, guys, and peace out.